Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some conversation about your favorite topic, boy bands. It's 2019, and I'm gonna float something by the team here.
Float away.
The team that has not revealed their names?
Oh
yeah, well, that's what I'm floating by. Do you feel that we still need to reveal our names, or do you feel like people know who we are at this point?
Names.
I feel like it's nice to introduce yourself all the time.
No offense, I don't have any fans camping outside my house, so I'm still going to tell my name.
Okay.
Until I have those fans, and then I'm going to still say it, because then I would have built my brand.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you think we don't need our names or you love hearing our names every day, let us know. So, as always, I am Diane.
I'm Chinzia.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Lydia, a.k.a. Mama Lou.
Woo!
So, welcome back. We haven't seen you guys since last year.
I know. It's been forever.
Gosh.
I haven't
so
seen
long.
them ever, so it's an audio podcast and not video. Okay.
Oh, God.
Details.
Details. But it is the beginning of a month, and so we need to recap December of last year, you guys. There was a couple of things that happened.
Ooh.
A couple of events.
Oh, yeah?
Lydia.
I love how confused Lydia is every single time we do one of these podcasts.
Sorry.
It's like a brand new thing.
It's like a brand new thing every time.
Okay, go first.
So one very exciting thing happened. Backstreet Boys got nominated for a Grammy.
Woo!
What?
First Grammy nomination in 17 years, I believe.
In 17 years, that is correct.
So
bless.
congratulations to them.
Yay!
We're very excited.
Yes, we are.
Second thing that happened was that 3 of us went to see one of the 98 Degrees Christmas shows.
Yay! We did not get to interview them, but we didn't really try that hard. Well,
Do you guys want to give your review of the show?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't go.
That's fantastic, Lydia. That's great.
It was a very interesting show.
I feel like the problem is that we got seats that were very far back, and I feel like you don't connect as well with the performers.
Yeah, I don't think that was a problem.
I also want to say I don't think we wanted to pay that much money to.
That is true. That is
so.
true.
I think that's okay where we were.
I have to say that they had. I don't know. They sounded good.
They sounded
They
good.
had some good dances. They had some cheesy dances too. I believe the one for Grinch, Mr. Grinch, was a.
No, not that one. It was the Chipmunk one.
The Chipmunk one was also very cute
That
and
was
funny.
funny, yeah.
The wardrobe was pretty okay. That they had red and black plaid, but for some reason they decided to put Drew in the classic leather. Was it a bucket hat or?
Not
Oh,
Drew.
that's Justin
not Drew.
Oh my
Jeffrey.
God, Justin! They put Justin in this hat.
It was
and
like a newsboy cap.
It was.
Yes.
It was a very interesting.
Oh, that sounds sexy.
Wardrobe.
No,
It
no,
wasn't.
It was not.
Okay. I had no problem with the show itself. I thought the show itself was great. The audience at this particular
Yes,
concert
that's
was
all-
so weird.
Yeah, the
I
atmosphere
feel like,
was
especially
weird.
at the back where we were, I feel like those were a lot of comp tickets, and there was a lot of old people.
So many old people that full up, like in the middle of the show while 98 Degrees is still performing, just get up and leave.
You forgot to mention it's happening at a casino.
Yes, it was like at a
at
casino.
Seneca Casino. I'd never been there before, and I would
Neither
like
have
to say that the setup was like a banquet hall with a stage on the end. So it's
Yeah.
like flat seating with like chairs that you would sit at a wedding,
Oh, that's
and the stage was like a good size. Like, and the room was a fair size. But
When the staging was nice, they had like good lighting and like a nice like backdrop, all that kind of stuff. Like they had obviously put a decent amount of money into this show, like 98 Degrees themselves probably. But like it just like the crowd was so weird.
I feel like if we were
Yeah.
closer up, we might have been in a different group of concert goers, perhaps, and maybe it would have been more like woo. But also, stated in a previous episode, I'm not a huge fan of Christmas music, so
Yeah.
I was like, eh. But like their hits were really good. They did a good job on those.
Yes.
And yeah, no, I thought they were good. The camera person loved Nick Lachey.
Oh my God.
Holy crap!
who doesn't?
He was like constantly in focus and like clear.
other
as
ones
day.
were, like,
the
blurry.
other
Not.
ones were blurry, and I was just like, how many
Okay.
camera people? What's going on here? But like, didn't really realize that Nick had dimples. They're very pretty. And I was like, oh, he's winning me over.
See?
And I was like, Jeff and
There
Drew
was
are my
some
favorites.
Tingle dingle, if you will.
Oh, yeah. You make me proud. Thank you.
You're strange. Okay, so yeah, so overall, it was a good show. I would see them again in a non-Christmas setting and not at that particular venue.
Yeah, I feel like
I think it needs to
actually-
be at a different
yeah.
venue.
People were more hyped for the actual 98 Degrees like songs than the Christmas songs.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course.
And I have to say that I was listening to my radio station that plays Christmas music, and this song kept coming on. I was like, this song is amazing. It's like really good harmonizing. It sounds boy bandy, and it turned out it was like 98 Degrees. I think it's called This Christmas.
Yeah.
And it sounded really good. And I was just like, okay, I do enjoy this song. So, but yeah, no, good times.
And if you haven't already, we were live during that concert, and we took a bunch of like little Instagram story videos, and that entire story is still available on our Instagram page in the highlights section. So if you're interested and you want to go check that out, visit our Instagram page at Boy Band Break.
I feel like we also had it on the Facebook Live, but I'm not sure if they saved
We
properly,
did, but
so
I
we
don't know how those work.
We also did Twitter. I did Twitter. It should
Yes,
still
we
be
had
there.
all of our bases covered. So at Boy
yes.
Band Break is where we are everywhere. So there you go.
Excellent. Okay, so that's all we have for recap. So let's move into 2019. It's January.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
New year, new me, right?
Oh, yeah.
New Year's resolutions. So I thought what we would do to kick off this year is to give everyone, all of our listeners, some tips for living their best fangirl or fanboy life in 2019.
Okay.
Because, I don't know, from what I've been hearing, a lot of people are miserable in their fandom, and that's unfortunate. It should be fun.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Correct.
That's a hobby. It's you know.
Yeah. If you're
fun.
not having a good time, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
Now, we're not experts, of course, but I enjoy my fandom.
Yes.
I as well.
I hate it. No, obviously we enjoy it.
So I'm just, I feel like we can just go through some of the things that we do that like keep us in a good like mental health space, you know?
Oh, yeah.
This is like your break time. This is your me time. So we want to keep it healthy and happy.
All right.
So I've written down a few things. Feel free to jump in, guys, or like if it makes you think of something else, tack on. So first thing, I think this is like super important. In any fandom that you might be in, but it seems especially true of boy band fandoms, stop comparing yourself to other fans.
Yes. Yes.
That's a
You
good
are
one.
only going to,
drive yourself crazy.
yeah, that's never going to result in something good.
Yeah. 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 Can you give an example?
I'm not going to give an example of people
Well,
who
I
compare
say
themselves.
Just be happy for what you do, and then whatever. For example, this Christmas, Sophia was lucky not only to
yes.
win an autographed Christmas card from the Backstreet Boys, she also got
Oh
an
my God,
autographed
yes.
ornament
Woohoo!
from Nick Carter. So she won Nickmas and
Wow.
random Backstreet Boy thing, and Diane and I are very happy for her, and we think that's awesome.
Although when I messaged them, I was like, guys, did you get this? And they said no. And I was like, did you get a BSB email at least of the card?
And we
they're
did
like,
get the email.
So I was like,
yes.
yay, you
I
got
feel like as long
something.
as you're on my
thank you.
mailing list, you get that.
So I was
whatever.
happy that they got something because I was like, I don't know
But
if I
we
should
were
have
happy
shared.
that Sophia got it.
No, but
Oh, that's
here's the
wicked,
thing.
bud. Well
It's
done.
not a competition between us and you or between us and anyone else.
No, I know. I just felt bad
Right?
because I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
but you
how I
shouldn't
am.
be feeling bad. You should be happy that you won. So, like,
Oh, I was happy, but then I was like,
And- We, as your friends,
yes.
are happy for you, as everyone else should be, because someone else getting something nice does not take anything else away from you,
Yes.
right?
So thank you guys.
It doesn't make your moments and your things that you've had over the past year or 2 years or however long you've been in your fandom, it takes none of that away.
yeah, you shouldn't be upset because you got to have a fun experience or something and somebody else didn't.
Yeah. And so my second one is sort of in tandem with that, which is it's hard when you are following a lot of other fans in your fandom to not compare yourself to those people, because if they're going to a lot of concerts and they're doing a lot of meet and greets and VIP experiences and whatnot, and you're seeing that, it's hard to not feel bad for yourself for not doing that.
Yeah.
And so if you need to take a break from social media and maybe you're not on it every day, or maybe you just take a week off here and there, or maybe you just stop following certain people.
Yeah.
That's true.
This is like one...
Cut out the negativity in your life.
Yeah. Like this is one recommendation that I tell a lot of people. You don't need to follow everyone who is a fan of the same thing you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm not friends with a person, I'm not following them on Twitter and Instagram and all of that stuff. If we don't talk in real life, if we don't meet up and all of that stuff, there's no reason for us to follow each other on social media.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just keeps me in a good headspace to be like, I don't need to know what everyone else is doing.
I do feel, though, that sometimes I feel like I'm missing out on drama, because then I hear people subtweeting about people or about things that are happening, and I'm like, what's happening? What am I missing? And then,
but it's so good that you're not in that drama.
Yes, but then I'm
At
just
the
like,
end of the
am I
day-
living in a different world where everyone like, because I'm living in, woo, everything's good, this is amazing, and then people are like, oh, blah, 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 and I'm like, why is everyone bent out of shape? And then you have to try to like find things, and you're just like,
But at the end of the day,
But then I just I'm lazy and
better
bored, so I
for
just
your
don't.
mental health to
yes.
not be
I
in
agree.
that.
I agree.
I also agree.
Yes.
So unfollow people or take a break or do whatever you need to do. And remember that even if you continue following people because you feel like it would be kind of a dick move to unfollow them now, like maybe they would notice, remember that most people only put the best aspects of their life on social media.
I know, that's true.
Right? Nobody's going to post about the concert that they went to that was really shitty. You know? So
Unless
I
they're
think
super
I
angry.
might. Yeah,
Yeah.
I might. Yeah, because I'm a dick. And I'm
There's some people that do.
some people would.
Yeah.
Some people only post depressing things, but for the most part, the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter world, you want to keep it positive so people don't see like the negative crap you're going through. And this is just not even boy band related at all, but
Just
in
regular
general.
life.
When you're just like, oh, this person got a promotion and they did this and that and they have a kid and they have that, and you're like, man, that seems great. And then you don't realize like all the crap stuff is also happening to them. They just don't want to talk about everything.
Yeah, that's so true. You do not know what's happening in other people's lives. So maybe it seems like, you know, they're going to a lot of events and they're getting a lot of these like really good interactions with boy band members that you want to get really good interactions with. But maybe outside of that, they're having a lot of problems. So you can't take social media as like a full picture of someone's life.
Yeah, and you know, if you're jelly, then go make your own memories and make other people jelly.
Yeah, but just, you don't need to compare. You don't need
Okay,
to
that too.
compete
Yeah,
with
maybe
Maybe
anyone
don't make
else,
them
right?
jelly, but yes, I understand what you're saying there.
Okay. What's the next one you have, Dee?
Okay, so the next one is hard. It's something that like it's even taken me a long time to get used to, and I still struggle with. But you need to accept that when you go to a boy band, when we went to this 98 Degrees concert, not everything is going to be exactly the way you want it to be. So enjoy what you have, make the best of it, and don't like, if you go into something and you're disappointed with what it is and you just sit there and are now miserable and like, this is not the way I wanted it to be, then you're just going to have a crap time.
Can you elaborate? What exactly were you expecting? Like from the 98 degrees? Like shirts off? Like when we're talking like...
I
No.
literally
Like
wasn't
pants off?
expecting anything. I just went in to have a good time.
Okay, I don't know, but like
Come on,
maybe
Dee.
Chinzia was expecting, I was fine with it, but Chinzia was expecting to be close. She wanted to be
I
closer.
tend to have this thing, and it's a sickness really, in which I need to like get closer at all times. And where we were, which was great, there was nobody in the row, and then the old man in front of us ended up leaving, so there's nobody in the row ahead of us. But we were trapped in the middle of a seating area. So I feel like if we were on the aisle, probably would have tried to sneak closer or something. or whatever. So
I'm surprised you didn't, to be honest.
because we were trapped, there was people on both
Yeah,
sides.
we couldn't get out of where
like,
we
how
were.
bad was the security there?
Oh, their security was.
It was
there no
non-existent.
security.
So
But
no-
here's the thing. Okay, this is for Chinzia's psyche. Here is that one time I had free tickets to see Disney Princess on stage at Hamilton Place, and we were in the second balcony. And during the first half of the performance, I looked down and I saw, there's a big empty area over here. So then when the intermission came, I gathered my family and said, follow me. And we went to oh no, they're going to check your ticket. I'm like, they're not going to check your ticket if you don't make eye contact with anybody. So then we just walked in and we got better seats. And we were like front row of the first balcony. And then I was thinking, why do I need to be closer for Disney Princess Live? And I'm like, because it is. Because I always need to find a better spot or something. So that's probably something I need to work on in 2019.
Well, no. Why didn't you work on that at the 90 Degree concert?
Because it was just, I don't know, it was weird. And then I was really full. We had a buffet right before.
Was it the crab?
So
I was gonna say the
legs.
crab legs. It was probably the
We
crab
were
legs.
also very tired.
We were
came
tired.
right
It
from
was-
work.
It was a work
Coulda
night.
scuttled your way up to the front row.
I don't think we
I don't
could have
think we
got front
could've-
row, but
yeah.
we could have gone like halfway through. But still, like the sound was good and the video screen was really good. So good that
And the point
Diane's
is-
mom thought that we had really good seats, and then
that
I
was
zoomed
good.
out and I was like, no, this is the video screen I'm
The
watching.
point
so-
is, though, we still had a good time because
We
we just
did.
made the best of what we had.
Oh,
and we
Exactly.
were
We had a
able
good
to
time.
like dance in our area and stuff without like being like we weren't like because like literally how our aisle was. Let's say there was like 50 seats and there was like 4 people on one side and 4 people on the other, and then us in the middle. So we had a lot of space.
That's awkward.
So
Yeah. Well, and this one, maybe that's a bad example because we do like 98 Degrees, but it's not at the level of like Backstreet Boys, say.
You weren't
or,
willing
like-
to fight for the front.
Yeah.
Okay, fair,
Yes.
fair.
And so, like, maybe a better example would be we still haven't gotten tickets for the DNA tour. We're going to get them.
We will.
but
Don't worry.
We still haven't
New Year's resolution.
because we are
poor.
sick and we have this thing that we need to be in the front.
Not the front row. We've barely ever been in the
no,
front
but like
row.
No,
at
but,
least
like, the
10 rows, whatever.
No, even 20. But that's
Well,
still
I'm short. I need to see.
that's still like a lofty expectation, right? Like it in 2019, apparently Backstreet Boys are very popular again. So it's going to be difficult for us to get that. And therefore, we might have to accept that we're going to have to take seats that are further back from where we want them to be.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So,
Okay.
and my point is, I don't want to show up to the concert and be like, well, we're 30 rows back, so I'm just going to sit here and cross my arms and have a terrible time.
Okay, I see
because
what you're
this is not what I wanted.
But I don't think we would do that.
We
Well,
will-
I wouldn't do that. I don't think.
I would,
Okay.
because I'm petty.
And to be fair, I've done that before.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Mm.
If we're at the DNA concert and we have nosebleed seats,
Okay, we were
and
not
it's
going
all
to get nosebleeds.
okay, we're not going to have nosebleeds.
Come on.
But if you see that
Right.
it's all full, then you're like, okay, there's nowhere for us to move anyways. This is our spot. Let's enjoy it to this thing. But at the 98 Degrees thing, there was definitely spots ahead of us. And I was just like, this is killing me because they're there. But I also don't want to make the effort to climb over these old people on the end of our row and whatever. They were already
True.
kind of annoyed that we were standing up, but whatever.
Oh
But-
my God, that was.
But
That
we
was
were
so bad.
dancing. It was good times. It was fun.
I
So
thought, yeah, we had a good time.
we had a good time.
I
It was
had a
just-
great time, but
Yes.
it's just it was a weird crowd.
Yes.
Yes.
So, anyways,
Kind of like when we used to go to the Serial Joe shows and I would have to be in the front, and then I feel like you didn't like to be in the crowd.
Nope.
And you would like to stand at the
fighting
back.
people. I didn't want elbows in my face. I was like, look, I'm here to enjoy.
See, I didn't fight. I just I used my visuals to get close.
but have you
And
been
even like the Aqua show, like I had to be
Oh my
in the
God.
front,
It was brutal.
and Lydia was like somewhere else. And she's
I was in
like-
the VIP. I was like, me and mom were in like the VIP, like, I don't know.
which was further
deck.
away
It
than
so
where I
stupid.
was.
It was so stupid. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna bother.
But have you
'cause-
been close up for a concert before?
Yeah, like it just.
And
Aaron
you-
Carter, she touched his arm.
I did.
and
I did.
you don't feel the need to like relive that experience. Like you weren't that didn't ruin you for being further back.
Dude, I got a weird. I don't even know how to say this nicely on the stream, but I would rather make myself famous than touch other famous people. I'm like, whoa, I want people to touch me.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I'm just like, I'm like.
So
I'm not-
if you were in a crowd, wouldn't you have people touching you?
Yeah, but not in the way I want them to. Like, no thanks.
No Vingle Tingle.
No, there's no Vingle Tingle at all. I don't know. Like, you know what it is? It's just like, maybe I have a bit of, okay, let's say claustrophobia, maybe. Let's just be like,
Oh, no, I
get
have
away from me. I hate all you people.
I've said I hate that also.
Yeah.
It's just there's a limit that I'm willing to put up with. And I
Yeah.
do feel that as we mature, people are less shovey.
Yeah.
So depending on the venue and the concert
Unless you're
that
on a
you're
cruise
at.
ship, and then all.
Oh, frick.
All hell breaks loose.
Yes,
and
that's great.
and they'll vouch out on the cruise. I'm like, bye.
We don't even go that close.
I just stand in the back.
Which, although we tried.
They try.
I 2 cruises ago, I feel I was like, oh, at the costume thing, I'm going to wear wings because that'll give me more space because people can't crowd around me because I have these wings protruding from me. That is a lie because then AJ started walking nearby us and then I got twisted and one wig was going one way, one was the other, and it did not.
And at that O-Town Aqua show, like things were going really well till it was like almost time for Aqua. And then people started pushing and shoving, and there was this drunk man, and he was like really close to me and like really sweaty. And I was like making eye contact with Shinzia, like, I can't stick this out for much longer. But then that guy ended up getting ejected.
It was pretty amazing.
And then we were okay. I was kind of standing on some like cable wires, which was awkward, but like so then the people we were surrounded
That's
with.
the other reason why I want to be closer is that you could lean on a gate or something. So because where we were like 4th row and there was nothing for us to hold on to. So after 6 hours of standing there, I'm just like, my back hurts. I don't want to be here.
Well, and the other good thing about being at the front, as much as like you could possibly get your ribs crushed, there's no one in front of you. So for a person who has like personal space issues, I feel like there's no human beings in front of me. And so like there's an airflow.
And for someone who is vertically challenged, I can see, so that's why I like.
But
to
like
be
a lot of
closer.
times, like if the stage is too high, you're looking at the stage and you're cracking your neck.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's not for me, and it's everyone teaches.
It's not for everyone,
That's
right?
right.
So essentially, what you're saying is you don't want to come to Ottawa with us to go see Backstreet Boys in a giant festival.
Oh God, that's just like it's like Woodstock,
It's not Woodstock.
What is it? Blues Fest. We went to
like hippies.
We went to the Quebec one.
We went to
that
Quebec
one was
last year.
crazy.
And we were probably maybe 15th row there,
I want to say 15th row, yeah.
which was still
But
a
there was,
little
like,
far.
100,000
but then after
people
you
there.
saw the pictures, you're like, Jesus,
Yeah, we
were
did
close.
pretty good
Wow.
that day.
Yes.
I
I don't know where this kind of went off topic here.
that went way off topic.
That's
but
okay.
circling back,
Okay.
tips for living your best fangirl or fanboy life in 2019.
Don't be a douche.
Well, that actually, surprisingly, was my next one. You can be nice to people. Nothing bad is going to happen to you if you're nice to other people.
Unless they use you as a doormat.
And then, going back to earlier, you just cut them out from your life.
Then you unfollow them
All right.
and you don't talk to them anymore and you continue on being nice to everyone else who's not a D-bag.
Okay, fair.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, a couple times, yeah, we have like, I remember in Vegas, we were like trying to be really nice to this girl who like appeared to be alone at the concert. And so we were like trying to talk to her and like, oh, did you have a good time? Like, la la la, because she had been to the VIP or whatever. And then at the last minute, like as the doors were opening and we were going inside, her friend showed up and they like ran in front of us to like get a better
Wow.
spot.
Yes, I do
That is
recall
And we
this.
were
yes.
like, wow, we were
Dick.
like trying to be so nice to you. And then you were just like, yeah, fuck you, bye.
Wow.
Sorry for the F-bomb.
It's every person for themselves, apparently.
But I mean, honestly, she literally, like, we were right beside her still. So it wasn't really that much different of a spot.
Her betrayal meant nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
YOLO.
But yeah,
You live and you learn.
nothing. It really didn't result in anything that negative for us.
All right, fair.
All right, continuing on. This one might be controversial. This is like my.
Oh boy.
This is my
Yeah.
opinion
Controversial.
and my tip for how I live my best life. But
Better be good and juicy.
maybe not everyone, even in this room, is going to agree with this.
Oh,
You never know.
I feel like Lydia disagrees with everything, so.
what? Okay, continue.
I think it's important sometimes to live in the moment. So when
Yes.
you are at these events, you don't need to be recording everything and taking pictures of everything. Not everything needs to be on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook.
Yeah.
I've kind of got better at that.
No, I agree. I like to record some things, but I feel like if I'm recording or someone around me is recording, I can't sing along and dance because I don't want my voice to be on their video. And the video quality is usually pretty crap when you're in the middle of a crowd anyways. And very rarely do I ever rewatch anything that I've recorded or anything.
That's the point, right? Like, how often are you rewatching that video?
I sometimes forget that I haven't.
Right.
Okay, I guess in the honor of disagreeing with like
To be devil's advocate.
I'm turning into you. Okay. So like when me and Kenny go to Toronto to see the Pastels, a lot of times I'm enjoying the concert in person, and Ken records it on his phone, and I feel super guilty for him because I'm like, I'm enjoying this and I'm having a great time, but like, a lot of times he comes home, he uploads the video to YouTube, and then we can watch it again. We're like, oh, that was a lot of fun. Oh, I remember when they did that.
Okay.
Like that, because like I have a bad memory, right? So I'm just like, oh yeah, they did this cute little dance, right? And just like,
Well, and if that's the way that, if he's happy with that, like if he's,
I feel bad for him though.
yeah.
I do. Cause
But
I'm just
would
like,
he normally be dancing along to the song?
No, because he's introverted. So like he's
yeah.
like
So if that's his
hiding away
jam,
anyway. So
and it's not like you're singing along to the songs, I'm assuming, because you don't know the words, or do you?
I don't really know the language. I sing along with the English parts. I'm like, na na na, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, and that's why I said this one might be a little like just some like a me thing, because like maybe that's how some people enjoy it. Maybe they are introverted. Maybe they are, you know, whatever. So they take the video so that then when they go home, they can fangirl out a little more
In the privacy
of their own home.
Okay, so good examples when we went to that, what was it, BSB Takes New York or something?
Yes, that would have been a good time to
So
have a
they
video of that.
told us no one is allowed to record this because we're filming it for the documentary. We will put the footage up later. Just live in the moment. So,
Which was a lie.
and by the way,
Little
we were
did
in the,
we know.
we were in the front row for that.
That was
sitting
pretty
on the
cool.
ground like you're in elementary school.
Yes.
And let me tell you, I cannot sit cross-legged very long.
Oh my god, my
start falling
legs
asleep.
killed.
And the boys were dancing like literally like feet away,
Like right in front
3
of
feet
us.
away from us. So you know,
And
you put your
Lydia?
hands up to dance.
Oh, Lydia. Like,
Oh my god.
let me
God.
tell you,
Wait, wait,
imagine
like
crotch to
Yeah, I was
face.
gonna say
Crotch
Literally
to
crotch
face.
to face. Oh
So
my
like
god.
you put your hands up to cheer and you're like, oh my god, I could be grabbing
Yes.
his crotch right now. So then you just kind of do that awkward half cheer.
keep cheering.
And because they were like right in front of us, you're like, where do you look? They're all over
Like
the
at
place.
one point, where Sophia's like looking over at Brian with like, and he's like, I don't know, 3 feet away, and I go, Soph, Howie's in front of you. She's like, what? And turns her face around, and Howie's crotch is right in her face.
Because he wasn't there at first, so I'm just like, oh my gosh,
And
I don't know
then
what to
it
do.
was like Kevin had just come back, so then we're like, oh my god, this freaking loser's gonna cry. And then he starts choking up and crying, and then we start
And then
crying.
we
and we're
started
like,
crying.
Why are we crying?
I didn't cry.
And then like we
We
made
cried.
some joke about Nick and then Nick's like, what? And we're like, what? And we forgot that
my
he could literally hear us
Yes.
talking. He's like, what are you guys talking about? We're like, ha ha ha. And then Brian took a picture of us, and
Yes.
Sophia's like, can I see it? He's like, of course, and came
Yes.
back. So like there was a lot of really good moments, but that footage never came out. So we
Oh my
could not
God.
relive that because the documentary was supposed to pretty much end there, but then they ended up shooting for another 6 months. So they just kind of got rid of it. And I think they put like one of the songs on.
They literally showed like 5 pictures on the fan club.
And we're like,
and that's
what
it.
is this? You told us not to record anything and you had our backs.
But in the moment, didn't you have such a better time because you weren't looking through the screen of your phone?
Yes, because while I was like in the moment, I was like, I'm so glad that I didn't have my phone out because I would have missed like so many things.
And there's
we were
like
still missing things because everything
Yes,
was
we were,
happening.
yes.
I'm like, you can't all fit in my peripheral vision. I don't know what's going on right now.
That's true, yes.
another good example. We're gonna go over time. I can already tell, but it's fine.
That's okay.
When we were in Kentucky for the Fandom Fest, and we ended up like accidentally having lunch with Nick.
Yes.
If we were like, yes, please keep talking, and like took our phones out, or we're like, oh, can we get another picture with you, or like whatever,
He would have left.
he would have left,
That's true, yeah.
right? Even I think if someone else was like sitting at a nearby table and was like trying to take pictures of us or like whatever, he would have left.
We were dying though. We're like, somebody bound
Somebody
to have taken a
must
video.
take a
And we look
picture.
around and there's all these people dressed as elves and like warlocks and things, and we're like, what? Does nobody notice that Nick was sitting at our table?
They
Like,
did not.
No
Oh,
BSB
man.
fans around.
But again,
man.
that's a good point. That is a good point about living in the moment at that point.
Yeah.
Or even when he almost played Uno with us, or
Yes.
Yeah, all of those times are times, like those amazing memories that you have are times when you were not like, let me record you doing this.
That's true.
And that's true. And that's another point for anyone who has not met celebrities often or whatever. If a celebrity is walking by, here's what you say. Hi. You don't say, ah! Because
Yeah.
they're not going to stop if you look like a crazy person.
Yeah.
You need
That's
to
very
relax
true.
and act like a normal. You could be screaming on the inside, which is awesome, but just act like a normal, calm human being, and they might have a conversation with you. If you act like a nutcase who's screaming and pulling at people
And
and,
crying.
grabbing their ass or crying or something, they're not going to stop. They're going to probably not even going to look at you. They're going to like, okay, security, block
Go
me.
faster.
Where's the car? Start the car. Start the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, do you guys have any? I have one more, but do you have
Yeah,
any? No.
I have like
going.
two
No,
really quick ones.
share yours, because my last one's kind of a good.
Like the finisher?
Yeah.
Okay.
finish him.
Okay, so for me, what I do to keep my fandom happy and positive is I like to play music while I'm doing laundry
Yes.
or like cleaning, and it's just like it makes like a mundane task so much more fun when Pitbull's on or whatever, or Backstreet or
That would probably explain why I felt murderous while cleaning the bathroom yesterday. I
You should have
friggin'
put,
hate this.
Yeah.
I had no music, and I was like, this is the worst
they
task
have
on the
a
planet.
phone.
I was so angry. I was like, this is the worst thing ever.
Next
Anybody who
time,
enjoys
music,
cleaning
buddy.
has problems.
Yeah, and so there's that, and also like I don't know if this really helps with boy bandy, but it can. Fan fiction does help fill in the gaps when there's a time gap there, or like if you're feeling like a little frisky and you want to be like, I'm gonna write myself into a sexy fandom, that helps fill the void.
I haven't
I'm
read
sure it
fanfic
does.
in years.
I remember
I used to have an amazing fanfic.
it was
but
like,
Yes, I do
This
recall
this was written before I met Sophia and Diane. So randomly every few months or a year, I'll be like, oh, my NSYNC fanfic. And they'll be like, we've never read it. We don't care. Like,
But we have heard this
Get
story a
over
lot of
yourself.
times. So
it was a really good fanfic. Just
I think that you should pull a Twilight, just print it, change the names, and publish it. To be honest with you,
It was that good.
it was good for me.
Well,
The thing is that I like to have a lot of characters.
My parts were not Grammy winning.
Lydia was with Aaron Carter.
No Pulitzers for
No,
your.
nothing. No.
For example, Lydia.
Dick, don't you? Okay, go. Just say it. Just say it.
So Lydia didn't understand how hotel rooms work.
Yes.
So it
How
was
old
something
were you?
like probably 13, 14
Oh.
maybe.
Probably old enough to
we
know.
can give her a pass. Come on, 13, 14.
Yeah, I think that was it because I feel like I was like 17 for most of it.
Okay, continue with the story.
And it was just like, Aaron said, come up to my room on the 21st floor. The room is 1302. And we're like, Lydia, that's not how things work. It would be like
I didn't
2102.
know.
She's like, why would it be 2102?
I
This is a
didn't
fake hotel.
know.
And I'm like, the first part of the hotel is the floor number.
I
That's
didn't know
okay.
that. I did not
Then there
know.
was like some weird makeout with Fred Durst at my wedding to Chris. Like there was that was a weird part as well.
Did I write that?
Yes, you did.
Oh, sweet.
Yes, you wrote
Okay.
some weird.
I'm amazing.
Because Aaron
Shinzia's
and
like blushing. Just FYI for everyone
She
who's
loves
listening.
it because she's getting married to Chris in her
it was very
fanfic.
good. It was a very good fanfic.
She loves Chris.
It also had O-Town, NSYNC, Aaron and Leslie Carter.
Nick Carter was a villain.
Nick
Shinzia.
Carter was a villain, so I feel like you guys would.
Rude.
This is before I met Nick, and also Serial Joe, and who else did we have? I feel like it just kind of a little bit of no authority. At one point, we beat up some girl. It was a long.
The Moffats.
Some girl tried to put herself into our fanfic, and it just didn't work out well. So we kind of accidentally
her
got her
off?
in. She didn't die. It was good. It was a good
It's just a
fanfic.
coma. It's just a coma.
She wasn't even in a coma. She broke her arm.
Oh my god.
Not important to the storyline. It was a good fanfic. I'm gonna
Does
make it.
anyone else have any New Year's resolution things we're talking about?
Okay.
Go ahead, Diane. Finish us off.
So are you good, Sophia?
Yes, I think those
Shinzia,
are good.
nothing to
Yes,
add?
I think that's pretty
Just
good.
reminiscing.
Okay. So my last one is just YOLO. Like that's our motto.
YOLO.
Right? So
yeah.
if you can do it and it makes you happy and it's not gonna mean you don't eat for a month, then just do it. You're never going to regret the things you did. You're only going to regret the things you didn't do. That's my experience, at least.
I agree with that.
And especially if you're meeting someone for the first time, if able to go with a friend, that's good because you're probably going to black out and not remember what happened.
If you're me, you will.
if you're Diane.
Yes.
But no, it's fun. Everything's fun with friends. But honestly, even if your friends can't go, just do it yourself.
You'll make
You're
friends.
an adult. You're a strong, independent woman. You go and you
Or
enjoy
man,
your
or man.
or man, or whatever you identify with, and you just go and have fun. And that's a thing, making new friends and having fun. And that's what it's all about.
Yes.
Yeah, if I never went by myself, sort of, to that Nick Carter signing, we never would have met.
Never would have met Diane.
That's true.
If I didn't respond to a dinner invitation thing where I did almost bailed, I would not have met Sophia.
See? These things just happen.
All through fandoms.
All right. We're at
If
35.
Lydia was not born, I would not have met her either.
We're at
Amazing.
36 minutes.
It's all good.
So thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time, guys.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.